I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbottsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast, included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the suites catch some W's. Wins, that is.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
Tasting fresh isn't hard with Blue Mountain Cider Company. As the official hard cider of the Walla Walla Sweets, our award-winning ciders have been crafted with love from local apples since 2003. Crisp, refreshing, and less filling than beer, Blue Mountain Cider is the perfect choice for any occasion. Check out our 8 flavors including peach, cherry, and harvest blend this summer. These ciders are sure to be a home run. Join us on Facebook and at drinkcider.com to learn more. Blue Mountain Cider Company, an apple a day, one glass at a time.
Experience elegance in the heart of downtown Walla Walla at the Marcus Whitman Hotel. Call for reservations at 509-525-2200 or visit us online at marcuswhitmanhotel.com.
Welcome to hospitality. Welcome to luxury. Welcome to Legends Casino Hotel. Visit legendscasino.com or call and book your stay today.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Welcome to the Peeling It Back postgame show brought to you by Cascade Natural Gas. I'm Brad Whitman alongside our high-efficiency player of the game, Sam Kane. Sam, Sweets take the series 10-7, getting revenge over Ridgefield. How does it feel to get it back over the Raptors?
Yeah, it feels good. Just, playing behind the baseball, trying and lift each other up.
Of course, I think that sounds a little bit humble for you. You had a multi-homer game, 2 bombs, 1 to left, 1 to center, 4-10 out to center field. What was your approach? How did you get 2 out of the yard?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the next guy up, swing at the pitches I know that I can handle. Just trying to do my job.
Did you think there was anything working for pitch-wise? Were you looking for heaters? Were you looking for off-speed? I think that first pitch you saw was a slider that you swung on over the left field fence.
Yeah, just trying to hit the fastball the other way and reacting to off-speed that's in and trying to pull it.
Well, another double-digit effort from the Sweets. Of course, saw a close game yesterday. Saw a lot of close games, really, that have been more low-scoring. Saw a higher one this game. What's it kind of like when the offense gets behind one another in that dugout?
Yeah, it's good. It's super fun. It's fun to watch. Everybody's doing well. Everyone has a good mood. Not saying that everyone, doesn't have a good mood, but it's really fun to watch.
Well, and we saw another save out of Isaac Hallam. That's 4 saves in 4 appearances. What's it like as kind of a batter and a fielder when you see that guy come in with a lead, knowing that he's probably just going to shut it down?
Yeah, it's electric. I love it. It's awesome. I used to play with him at Seattle U, so it was fun to watch him then, and it's even better now.
Well, and of course now clinching the series, but it's been a great Independence Day weekend. What have the vibes been like in Borleske? Obviously, being your first time here as a Sweet, and big energy. Saw it last night, saw the fans show up again. What's it been like, not only in the dugout, but around the stadium as a whole?
Yeah, the fans are super awesome. They pick you up when you feel down. I really love the environment, and I love it here.
So now going into tomorrow, looking for the sweep versus the Raptors, of course, #1 team in the South. What are you looking to do as a team and you personally to help get over the hump, get that sweep, and get the revenge sweep versus the Raptors?
Yeah, just trying to play behind the baseball, not focusing on who we're playing, but just stay on our course.
Well, thank you, Sam. Great job tonight as the Swedes get set. 6:05 first pitch tomorrow. The Onions eyeing down the sweep versus the Raptors. We'll see you there.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Washington's lottery gives out a lot of green to winners in schools and retailers awesomely. Nearly 600 mil to people that play. Another 180 mil to vocational training and education from preschool to college. Now you got the knowledge, a win-win for all of us. Play Washington lottery, lottery, lottery. Play Washington lottery, lottery, yeah.
Visit walllottery.com. Who benefits to learn more.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbotsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Welcome to the Peeling It Back pregame show. I'm Brad Whitman alongside Sweets hitting coach Brendan Cabrera. Feels good to get a series win over the Ridgefield Raptors, top team in the West Coast League South Division, clinching the series on 4th of July weekend. How much valuable is it to get that momentum going here in the second half?
Yeah, that's a big series win for us. Obviously, last time we went up to Ridgefield, played these guys, wasn't a great series for us. They kind of gave it to us, and yeah, we were excited to get that win, obviously, but it's just one series at a time. You know, we'll play today, and then we'll move on to the next one and keep going.
Well, there was 3 close games when we went to Ridgefield before, and of course did get swept in that series, but still a good battle. Do you think it meant a lot for this team to be able to get back, kind of get that revenge for that series loss?
Yeah, I think so. I think after that series, we talked together as a team. You know, we made it clear that we're just as good as those guys are. You know, we're not too worried about it. Those were all close games. They played well. We played well. Sometimes that's just how it goes. So we weren't too worried about the outcome of it, and we were definitely pretty excited to get the result this time.
Well, another double-digit number on the scoreboard last night. What did you kind of like about the way the offense was able to connect all night long?
Yeah, I think it was a little slow going to start. You know, our bats tend to do that. I think we're kind of slow in the first half of the game, but you know, get the starting pitchers pitch count up and get them out of the game, and then bullpen comes in and we start to do some damage. I think that's kind of been a big emphasis for us on the offensive side, and they kind of did it to a T last night. So.
Well, did see 3 home runs last night. Sam Kane had a multi-homer game. What do you think has been changing about his game that's allowed him to develop so much and have so much consistency with his power?
I think Sammy's seeing the ball really well right now. He's you know, feeling really grounded, and he's just on time. That's the big thing. He's seen the ball and he's on time. So when those two things are kind of clicking for you, it tends to be pretty good results.
Then, of course, probably one of the most exciting plays of the season, Jalen Kennedy, a 3-run inside the Parker. When that ball got down in center, were you kind of yelling at him anything as a first base coach?
I mean, by the time the ball got down, he was already past me. So I just kind of sat there and watched the whole show. But yeah, that was big for him, getting the first one of the summer in quite a fun way. So
yeah, no, that was his first hit. I mean, you don't usually expect to see it like that, but he was able to get it done. Really helped down the wind. Saw a lot of those clutch hitting coming through. Of course, Sam Kane, that first homer was to take the lead. Saw his second homer take the lead. Jalen Kennedy, his 3-run inside the Parker, tied the game. What's it like to have those big swings in big moments?
Yeah, I mean, I think that was the difference between the first 2 games here and then the 3 games we played against Ridgefield, in Ridgefield. We just didn't have the big hit in those games. You know, we played pretty clean defense most of the way. The pitching was really good on both sides. We had some opportunities early in games, and we just didn't get the big hit. The last 2 nights, we've had the big hit. So it's you know, that's, like I said, that's how baseball goes sometimes.
Well, now Game 3 getting set to go. What would it mean for this team to be able to close out the series strong, try and pick up the sweep, and what would it take from the offense to make that happen?
Yeah, big thing for us, I think, is we got to be ready pitch 1 today. We got to try to score early. You know, I think the boys are ready to go. They're excited. They're you know, they love working with each other. They love being with each other every day, especially at home. So they're really, really excited for the one today. And like I said, it just starts with pitch 1. So.
Well, I've talked a lot about the atmosphere with Leo, a couple of the guys, and what's it been like for you coming here to Borleske Stadium and having the atmosphere on 4th of July weekend? What's the energy like in the dugout? What's the energy like in the stadium as a whole?
Yeah, this weekend's been great so far. We love the energy here in Borleske. There's a lot of fans who come just about every night. You know, they know us by name. They know the players by name. They give us some love every night, and we love playing here in front of the home crowd. So.
Well, thank you, BC. Good luck tonight. Game 3 versus the Raptors, getting set to go. Sweets eyeing down the sweep. We'll see you there. First pitch at 6:05.
Game 3 between the Walla Walla Sweets and the Ridgefield Raptors getting set to go as Walla Walla eyeing down an Independence Day weekend sweep here in Borleske Stadium. Took Game 1 back on Friday night 4-3, then took the 4th of July victory 10-7 last night, now looking to pull out the brooms versus the Raptors. Thank you for joining us on the Walla Walla Sweets YouTube channel. I'm Brad Whitman, bringing you all the action. Starting lineup for the Raptors as we steadily get ready to go. Carson Luna, Michael Porrazzo, JT Summers at the 1, 2, and 3. Zach Wattis in the cleanup spot, followed by Braden Watson. Brock Lightgeb, the designated hitter, followed by Jordan Marion, Reed Farrell, and Ben Strutt. Heading up against the Biola University right-hander in Jacob Talbot, making his first start of the summer. As 6:04 first pitch, just a minute ahead of schedule. But Talbot has made 6 previous appearances, totaling 9 innings. But again, this being his first start of the summer for the Sweets. Goes 1-1 in the count. Again, was a starter at Biola this past spring. Had 15 total starts. down in Southern California in the Pac West. It has just been a good returning reliever for the Sweets. A utility guy who was a two-way player for Walla Walla last year. Sports a 7 ERA across his 6 appearances, 1-0 record, 13 strikeouts in just 9 innings. And it's been a little bit since we've seen Tally, as he is able to spot the 2-1 pitch at the knees. Last time we saw Talbot was last Thursday, all the way back versus the Springfield Drifters on June 25th, or 2 Thursdays ago, through 3 innings, allowed 1 hit, no runs versus the Drifters. Best showing he's had all summer, and looking to continue that momentum. Gets a chop foul from Luna. But just another good arm that the Sweets have been able to utilize in the bullpen. Since it's 6 foot even, 185 pounds. Out of Yorba Linda, California. Gixon deals the 2-2, going to get sent out towards right field. Tracking it is Rogers, and he'll make the catch. So first out found by Tally allows us to take a look at the field for Walla Walla. Ronan Schofield out there in left, the incoming Wazoo freshman making back-to-back starts. Sam Kane remaining out in center after his two home run night last night. Cole Rogers making that catch out in right field. Trevor T is over at third. Gage Reeser at shortstop. Peyton Knowles at second. Ethan Buckley making his first appearance at a base position is over at first. And then Troy Osborne is the back end of the battery. And interesting to see Ethan Buckley over there at first. Has not played at first base during the spring season with Central Washington. Last time he played first was last summer for the Yakima Valley Pippins. Played catcher and first base for Yakima, and now after being a solid catcher to being mixed in and out of the starting lineup, getting a look over at first base, and eyes will be keen to him over there at first as the count's 1-1 to Perazo. Tally kicks and deals. Perazo sends it out to right field. Rogers drifting back towards the same spot a little bit further and will make back-to-back putouts. So Tally doing a good job creating the contact. And Jacob has 4-pitch mix, fastball, curveball, slider, and a changeup. Fastball can get up into the high 80s as that most recent pitch was 89 coming out of the hand. And in sports, that good curveball, slider, and that changeup is a kick changeup. Generates a little bit of extra movement, a little bit more vertical movement. It's just a bit more of an unorthodox changeup, as you kind of have the kick grip, as it's called, which end up putting your middle finger kind of curled up on the baseball, so it's just kind of the tip of the finger touching now down the right field line. Rogers might have a chance at it, and does he? He runs into the fence. Does he hold on to it? Yes, he did. And Jacob Talbot with a tip of the cap to Cole Rogers as 1, 2, 3 in the top of the third. Rogers hunts it down in foul territory and slams in the fence, squeezes it for 3 straight putouts to right field. Sends us on to the bottom of the first. We'll get you Walla Walla's lineup in just a moment.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
Starting lineup for the Sweets here in the bottom of the first, as announced by manager Leo Rivera. Peyton Knowles remains in the leadoff spot. Sam Kane continues batting second. Gage Reeser batting third. Royce Hale, designated hitter, in the cleanup spot. Troy Osborne at 5. Ethan Buckley, again the new Sweets first baseman, buying in. Then you have Ronan Schofield, Trevor T., and Cole Rogers. And the starter on the other side is Justin Brown. Just finished up his redshirt year with the Michigan Wolverines. Stands at 6'3", 200 pounds, making his 5th start of the summer. And he's been really the facilitator for a lot of winning games. He's got a 3-0 record currently, as he is currently tied for second in the West Coast League in wins. 3.79 ERA across 19 innings. .89 whip, has only administered 2 walks in 19 innings while striking out 12. And very much expecting him to be a guy who's going to live in the zone a lot, and it's going to be up to Walla Walla to be aggressive early on. And I've talked to the Sweets manager Leo Rivera all season long and always preached about trying to attack in the first inning. Had the pregame interview with the Sweets hitting coach Brendan Cabrera before the game, and he talked about winning early, trying to knock out the starter, get on the board first as Knowles sends it out towards left field. Wattis is there, and he'll make the catch. So a quick out, number 1, takes us into the field as, again, Zach Wattis out there in left, making that catch. Ben Strutt, the new center fielder for the Raptors, followed by Reed Farrell out to his right. Michael Peraza moves from short to second, swapping with Carson Luna, who's now the shortstop. Jordan Marion out at second, JT Summers back at first, and then Braden Watson making his first appearance of the series behind the plate. Squeezes in as strike 1, 90 on the inside corner to Kane. Again, Sam had a huge night last night, multi-homer game. One over the left field fence in the first, and then one all the way past the center field fence. Was 410 to center field, 103 off the bat. Both those home runs, of course, always great to hit a home run, always great to go yard, send one over the fence, but Sam Kane had some incredible timing with his, as both his home runs were go-ahead homers. Again, one in the 4th, one in the 5th. And then sprinkled in between them, of course, Jalen Kennedy, the Lower Columbia catcher, got his first hit of the season. It was a 3-run inside the Parker to tie the game in the 4th. 3-homer night for the Sweets, as the 0-2 pitch just misses outside. Good take from Kane, who's got a lot of good discipline. He's a guy that's going to hunt the fastball, adjust to the curve. Did see him rocket a slider over the left field fence for that first homer yesterday. Again, was just incredibly aggressive on that first pitch, and in the first inning went head-to-head with the Fresno State lefty and Parker Hines, threw him a first pitch slider, and Sam did not wait, and after getting up 0-2 in the count, Brown will suddenly fall and make it full. And Justin Brown, he has been out for a little bit. His last start was on June 21st, and of course that was Game 3 versus the Sweets in the first series. As now after the 0-2, Kane will walk and will himself aboard for another time this series. And we'll bring up Reeser. And saw Gage Reeser come in last night and came off the bench last night and had kind of an interesting outing, as ended up going 0 for 1 with 2 walks at the plate. Didn't start in game 1 on Friday night. So that being his series markup, as first pitch runs inside at 90. Again, Brown, and mentioned pitching at the D1 level with the Michigan Wolverines, made 8 relief appearances this past spring, had 5 scoreless outings. Across his time, gets a big swing and a miss out of Reeser. And originally from Northville, Michigan, graduated out of Northville High School, was all-conference, all-region, a pitcher of the year, and a district champion. Immediately was able to stay in Michigan right out of high school, and as a true freshman, redshirted at the University of Michigan before making his first season, playing his first season this past spring. Did struggle with his control at time. That was one of the big notes, and not too unusual to see out of a young pitcher getting reps at the D1 level. Again, spun 7 innings this spring and did allow 6 walks, did have 8 Ks. 2.0 whip on the spring. Now picks back over to first. Kane back just fine. Forced to get that white uniform a little bit more dirty. And still some of the favorite uniforms we've seen, the pure white and then having the light blue hats on for 4th of July weekend. As count goes 2-2 to Reeser. Pitch count getting up early, as it only took 2 pitches to retire Knowles, then full count walk to Sam Kane. Now Reeser trying to make the count go full as well. 2-2 is going to get lined out to right field. Tracking back is Farrell, and it's going to get over his head all the way to the wall, and Kane with a late jump will have to settle into third as Reeser's on second. It's a 1-out double for Gage. And Reeser, that being his 3rd extra base hit of the summer, he's now got 2 doubles and puts 2 runners in scoring position for the DH. As Farrell looked like it was a little bit late in recognizing that ball out in right field, was very well struck, 94 off the bat from Reeser. But saw Farrell get a little bit of a late jump, and by the time he was able to turn and really start running for it, was over his head and just rolled into the warning track as Hale swings away the first pitch. He's playing deep at second. It's off the glove of Marion and into right field. Razor is going to get waved, and an error on Marion will bring in the first 2 runs of the ball game. As that being a huge mistake out of the Ridgefield second baseman allows Walla Walla to plate the first 2. It would have scored 1 regardless, as Sam Kane would have easily scored, playing quickly off of third, and Marion would have had a chance there. Instead, just gets off his glove, and 2-run score. And brings up Troy Osborne. So 1 out, 1 on. Brown kicks and fires a breaking ball outside the zone at 80. Again, Osborne hasn't played in the most games for the Sweets. Again, this being the 33rd game of the season for Walla Walla. Osborne's been in 17, this being his 18th. And now he's going to get hit in the helmet through a fastball 90 straight up towards him, and immediately both coaches will come in, and the Sweets trainer in Sophia Rabe will come out. That is the 2nd time that Osborne has gotten a fastball up and in. He's already been hit in the face earlier this season. Now gets hit in the helmet. And that is why you wear it, but always going to rattle you. 90 miles an hour off the helmet of Troy Osborne. And it looks like we'll be okay, as he will trot his way over towards first. And Osborne has seemed to just be one of the toughest players we've seen this summer. Again, working at one of the toughest positions as a catcher, as been forced to endure a ton of foul tips and trying to block spike pitches, and I've seen him get hit in the head twice, but seems to be A-okay. Likely just a little shaken up there. As Ethan Buckley make his first at-bat versus Brown. First pitch swinging on the inside heater. Brown got it by him. And saw Buck come in the 7th inning last night. Came in as a pinch hitter, ended up just getting hit by a pitch and tallying an RBI because of it. Did see Buckley start on Friday night, ended up going 1 for 4 with a double, and now an awkward chop swing as he chases it down in the dirt. And just a good changeup from Brown. So the count goes 0-2. Brown fires, misses outside again. 80 on the slider. You can see a good bit of horizontal break to it. And Buckley has had some good games as of recently. This just being the 12th he's been a part of. Batting .250 now, has 2 doubles, has knocked in 10 runs in just 12 games, and a high heater, he chases it, and Brown picks up his first strikeout of the evening, and that'll be 2 down with 2 on. So it turns it over to Schofield. And the incoming Wazoo freshman getting back-to-back starts here in the series versus the West Coast League South first half champs. Schofield ended up going 1 for 2 yesterday with 2 RBIs and 2 walks. So got on base 3 out of the 4 times. He stepped into the batter's box and laced a nice 2 RBI single all the way in the 7th to help the Sweets extend. Now takes the 1-0 pitch for a strike, and Cattle even. And 2 runs already crossed in the inning for Walla Walla. I saw Sam Kane get on through a walk. Reeser had the double. And again, the error on the Raptors' second baseman, bringing in an extra run. One would have come in regardless as the ball turned foul towards the Raptors' side. Picked up nicely by some quick hands in the Raptors' dugout. The Swedes doing exactly what head coach Leo Rivera wants out of them, attacking, really getting on the board in the first, now having a 2-0 lead. Schofield looking to make it more, and good take on that pitch. 85 just below the knees. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 guys on base and a 2-0 lead. Brown kicks and fires way outside, and the count goes full. Again, Brown really being forced to work as he's almost up to 30 pitches already. Sweets not making it easy on him one bit. As, again, neither of those runs counted as earned against Brown, and now swing and foul, tip straight back into the glove. Watson holds onto it, and it's back-to-back strikeouts for Brown to get out of the jam, but Walla Walla are able to tally 2. Sam Kane and Reeser come across to score. Royce Hale gets credited for the ribbies on the error. We'll see if the Raptors can respond in the top of the second.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Walla Walla leading 2-0 here after the first inning. We're able to pick up a pair versus Justin Brown now. Jacob Talbot will look to defend the lead for the Sweets. Keep Walla Walla out in front. Again, Sweets are eyeing down a sweep, trying to get themselves on a nice 3-game win streak before the road trip this upcoming week versus the Springfield Drifters down in Springfield. And just next to Eugene, Oregon will be, I believe, the longest road trip left on the schedule for Walla Walla, as the summer is rapidly moving along, as again just a month left of the West Coast League regular season. Now ball going to get sent out towards deep right center field, tracking all the way back, gets down into the corner, hops off the wall. Sam Kane trying to get it in quick, and will be able to get it back to Knowles as Wada settles into third with a leadoff triple. And the Loyola Marymount senior wasting no time letting that ball go to the power alley. And Wattis, that's his second triple of the summer, 14th extra base hit. As again, that ball was crushed out to right center field, 107 off the bat of Wattis out to right center. It is one of the toughest parts of the ballpark, probably the toughest part of the ballpark to get a home run out of, is the right center field gap. Again, do have the short fence in right field that's slightly shaded towards the corner, but if you're looking more towards straightaway right center, it'll be very tough to get a ball out past that gap. Is a swing and a miss from Watson. Evens up the count in 1-1. And Watson, the utility man out of UC Santa Barbara, stands at 6'3", 225 pounds. Takes strike 2 on the changeup inside. And Watson, this just being the 5th game he's been a part of this summer. Currently batting .308, being 4 for 13, and has knocked in 6 runs. And out of his 4 hits, 2 of them have gone yard, and now is going to drop one into left field. An RBI single will cut the lead in half. So Braden Watson adds on his 5th hit of the summer, 5 hits in 5 games. Makes it a 2-1 ball game here in Borleske. So brings in another new face into the batter's box, and Brock Lightgeb seeing for the first time as a miss upstairs from Tally. Again, Lightgeb, another guy who hasn't gotten a ton of time for Ridgefield. Just finished up his junior year at the University of Michigan, another Wolverine on the roster. This just being the 10th game he's been a part of. Swings away at the heater. 87 on the outside corner. Does have 3 extra base hits, double, triple, and a home run. Has knocked in just 2 runs in his 5 hits. And batting .227 in his previous 9 games. Talbot kicks and fires, and it's going to be fouled away again, slowing down to 79 on that pitch. And just an interesting arsenal for Tally, having the fastball, but that kick changeup, again, just adding such an intricate pitch into it. As, for those who don't know, the kick changeup from a right-handed pitcher is going to kind of just look like a left-handed curveball. It's going to have a good bit of vertical break and break in towards a righty bat. A high pop-up onto the outfield grass. It's going to be Peyton Knowles reeling back. He'll make the catch. So Sweets pick up the first out here in the top of the second to relieve a little bit of pressure. And it brings up Marion. And looking to turn things around after the error in the last half inning. And saw Marion get the nod yesterday, returning to the lineup once again. Ended up batting 1 for 4 with a single and a walk last night. Did score both times he got on base. But still looking to try and turn around again. Have seen narrow games between Walla Walla and the Raptors this summer, as in 5 games played, 3 of them have been separated by just 1 run. And the other 2 have been separated by 2 and 3 runs. This is technically the biggest deficit between Ridgefield and Walla Walla this season has been last night's game, 10-7, as time will be called, and it looks like a warm-up pitch from the Raptors bullpen may have gotten away from a catcher. The bullpen's down each foul line, as pitchers often have to keep their eye out for any foul balls. And speaking of, this one right out towards the Walla Walla bullpen for now is empty, and it will drop out of play. So count goes 1-2. And Walla Walla, after dropping the opening series of the second half, 1-2 to the Bend Elks down in Bend. I've already clinched the series here versus the Raptors, but a chance to pick up a sweep to really help turn this second half around and get some momentum going on to the road. And this kind of being the most awkward road trip on the side of the Raptors, as, again, Ridgefield played a couple non-league matchups, had the Redmond Dudes and the Northwest Star Nighthawks. But then, of course, travel all the way across here east to Walla Walla. And then tomorrow will be interesting, as, again, Ridgefield, after this game concludes, they will head back to Ridgefield. And then on Tuesday, they have another away series in Yakima. So Ridgefield have to close out this series, go all the way back across the state, and then take a night's sleep and come all the way back to the east as a line drive right at Cole Rogers. Doesn't have to move much, secures it for the second out. So it will be more of a grueling road trip for the Raptors. Again, they will finally return home to the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex on the 10th, that being this upcoming Friday, as they'll host the Portland Pickles in a South Divisional matchup. And that'll be their final series before the WCL All-Star break. In this upcoming week, teams will play their final games before the All-Star break, and each team's having their All-Stars getting ready, as selections have not been announced, but are a couple standouts on either side. As Reed Farrell in the 0-1 count. Again, Farrell, this being first time seeing him. Just finished up his sophomore year down in JUCO at the College of the Canyons. And he, alongside his College of the Canyons teammate Ben Strutt at the 8-9, flies out towards right field. It's going to be a long run for Rogers on the way. Diving catch. No, pops out of the glove as he hits the grass. We're going to see the wave from third. The throw in is not going to be in time. A great effort from Cole Rogers. Had it in the glove as he slammed down into the grass. It popped out, and that brings about the tying run here in the second. And we've already seen Rogers make 4 putouts in 2 innings, and fortunately just could not quite hang on to that ball as Watson comes in to score. And it looks like now, seeing Sam Kane take a moment to check on Rogers, seems to be all up and good out there in right field. And now Now play will set it back and resume. It will be, of course, counted as a double for Farrell, so an RBI double to tie the game up for Farrell. Now he stands on second for, again, his Canyons teammate Ben Strutt. Both guys just finishing up their sophomore years down at College of the Canyons. He's going to send a liner up the middle. We're going to see the wave around for Farrell. The throw from Sam Kane is in quickly. Buckley cuts it off, tries to get the play to second. Tag applied, but not in time. And the Raptors move ahead into the lead here in the second. The leadoff triple from Watts, a single from Watson, 2 outs, and then double and a single from the Canyons players, and makes it a 3-2 ball game in favor of the Raptors. And Strutt doing a good job advancing on the throw. So Walla Walla trying to limit the damage and just keep it to a 1-run game here in the second, as good breaking ball from Talbot. Just pops out of the glove of Osborne as in Carson Luna. And the one-hitter trying to extend the 2-out rally. And saw the RBI single from Watson to push the first run across, then a pop out and a fly out. Able to get the Sweets to 2 down before just a double and a single. Turns away and almost was out, number 3. Again, just in and out of the glove. So Talbot trying to settle it right back in his first start of the summer. Again, curious to see if it's might be a little bit of a piggyback situation for Walla Walla. Could see Charlie Seneker be the first guy out, who has made several starts himself. Believe it would regularly be his turn in the rotation. As a takedown low makes the count 2-1. Again, is another warmer day here in Walla Walla. 89 degrees is the high today. Currently standing at 88. Will continue to cool. Slight breeze gusting through, just up to about 5 to 10 miles an hour. As Talbot kicks and fires, gets the strike call at the knees. Again, wind coming in a little bit more from the north today. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Talbot trying to get out of the inning. Just keep it to a 1-run deficit and allow the offense to stay within striking distance. 2-2 breaking ball is going to get flown out towards center. Sam Kane drops back a couple steps and will make the catch, but it's the Raptors who are able to plate 3 in the top of the second as they rip into the lead. Walla Walla trying to turn it back around in the bottom half.
Washington's lottery gives out a lot of green to winners in schools and retailers awesomely. Nearly 600 mil to people that play. Another 180 mil to vocational training and education from preschool to college. Now you got the knowledge, a win-win for all of us. Play Washington's lottery, lottery, lottery. Play Washington's lottery, lottery, yeah.
Visit walllottery.com. Who benefits to learn more.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
Ridgefield take the lead after the top of the second. Now moving into the bottom half. Walla Walla looking to respond, get back out in front versus Justin Brown. 3 runs across in the top half for the Raptors. Sweets put across 2 last inning. And looking to keep the momentum rolling as it's 8-9-1 in the lineup. Trevor T followed by Cole Rogers. As T still hunting for his first hit on the series so far. Walked once on Friday night, then had a hit by pitch and a walk last night with 2 stolen bases. Did well, willing himself into scoring position. Has been doing well getting on, staying disciplined at the plate. Still looking for that first knock of the weekend. Count evens up 1-1 from Brown. Fastball on the way, chopped foul and out towards his head coach and Leo Rivera. And Walla Walla have continued doing exceptional here at home in Borleske Stadium, a 13-4 home record. One of the best you'll see in the West Coast League, and Ridgefield have been steady on the road. Of course, this series has been changing it up a bit. Started going into the weekend 9-3 in road games. Now, of course, 9-5. As the Sweets trying to hunt down the first place spot that the Raptors hold. Sweets 3.5 games back out of first. The Raptors sitting ahead 20-9 as the Sweets are 18-14, and T is going to get rung up by Brown's second K for the Wolverine. Yeah, just a ton of Michigan players on the roster. We talked about that on the first night, and again, to see that a little bit more here as you have Lightgeb and Luna both in the lineup. Again, Lightgeb the DH, Luna is out there at shortstop, and then again, Brown on the mound. 3 guys out of the University of Michigan, and those are just the starters. There is couple more. Pitch on its way, foul tipped and straight into the dirt off the bat of Rogers. So Cole looking to be a catalyst in this inning. Did see Rogers get some rest last night, started back on Friday night. Went 1 for 4 with an RBI single. And that RBI single really helped the Sweets claim that first game of the series. Again, was 4-3. The game-winning swing was off the bat of Peyton Knowles, who had a 2 RBI single. Now currently waiting on deck. 1-2 delivery to Cole is going to be a chopper towards Luna. The shortstop charging, bare hand off the right foot, gets the throw there, and that's out number 2. And the incoming sophomore to Michigan making that play look easy. And it turns the lineup card back over to PK. As Brown, first pitch will just miss off the low inning corner. Borderline strike there. And Walla Walla schedule evening out to more of these 3-day sets, 3 games away, 3 games home. And we'll really just go back and forth for the rest of this season. The final week of July will have the most home games, as we'll have 4 that week. 2 non-league matchups, then starting up the series versus the Portland Pickles for the final home series. That'll be on July 31st. July 31st, August 1st, August 2nd being the 3 final home games of the 2026 regular season. Brown kicks and fires to Knowles, and PK didn't have much of an interest at the fastball that cruises into the outside corner. And Walla Walla have Ridgefield closing out this series, and then we'll have the Pippins come to town twice. Again, next weekend's home series will be against Yakima Valley, and then it'll be the All-Star break, followed by an away series, and then Yakima Valley will come back for a midweek series matchup. A couple of non-league games against the Northwest Star Nighthawks, followed by the final home series against the Pickles. Knowles sends it out towards center, trailing a little bit more towards left field. Strutt on his way makes the catch. And a clean inning of work from Justin Brown. 3 up, 3 down. Raptors hang on to the 3-2 lead as we move into the third inning here at Borleske.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbotsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the Suites catch some W's. Wins, that is.
So the Raptors' third baseman and Michael Perazzo will lead things off here in the top of the third for Ridgefield. A one-run lead intact, and Perazzo showing bunt pulls it back on the breaking ball, missing outside from Talbot. And Jacob Talbot, 35 pitches now. Crosses 2 innings, the 3 earned runs. No walks, no strikeouts. And has just been pumping in a ton of strikes. Saw the Raptors put up 4 hits last inning, including 2 extra base hits. 2 singles, a double, and a triple. And when Talley did see the top of the lineup, was able to generate 3 flyouts in a row as that pitch looked like it caught the high inning corner instead. Will be deemed ball 2. And it looked like a pretty pure strike on TrackMan. The home plate umpire, Jim Courtney, not giving the call, as now another pitch just missing outside. So count goes 3-1. Again, same umpiring duo we've had for the whole series, Jim Courtney and Shane Kelly. As Shane Kelly back out on the base paths. 3-1 pitch on the way from Talbot, fouled away by Perazzo. Again, Perazzo, the Sacramento State infielder. Going to will himself aboard. It has gone back-to-back nights going 1 for 4. And now is going to get walked here on the payoff pitch. We'll be able to trot down to first with another walk, as that being his second walk of the series. Perazzo is a dangerous guy to give a free base, as he's a guy who has a good bit of speed, especially with JT Summers stepping into the box. Not going to make things too easy, as Talbot will be able to locate strike one. Again, JT Summers currently leading the West Coast League in runs batted in, as he has 32. As Talbot misses the fastball upstairs, count will even up at 1-1. And knocking in all those runs quite consistently. Does have a couple of guys. Martin Serrano from the Berries has 31 runs batted in. Cade Crawford has 30 out of Kamloops. And that Kamloops Northpaw, Cade Crawford has built himself one heck of a season, as he is batting .313 up in British Columbia. Currently leading the West Coast League in home runs with 8. Third in runs batted in with 30. Now ball going to get chopped through the 5-6 hole by Summers, as he will work his way on to first. So a leadoff walk followed by a single gives Summers his first hit of the day. And that's 2 on with no outs. That brings up Wattis, who has had the biggest swing of the evening thus far. Again, last time he was up versus Talbot, drove a ball to the right center field fence, 107 off the bat. Now they're going to put a charge into something else. Talbot trying to be careful with him. Will start him with a pitch missing outside. And Walla Walla were able to sweep Springfield. And that being last week to be able, was 2-1 versus Springfield. As the Sweets' last sweep was completed back on June 7th versus the Bend Elks here in Borleske Stadium. Have picked up several series wins, but none of which being sweeps, always 2-1. I believe all four of the last series wins for the Sweets have all been 2-1 victories. 2-1 series win over Wenatchee, 2-1 series win over Springfield, 2-1 over Marion, 2-1 over Kelowna, and then the sweep versus Bend. And speaking of 2-1, the delivery from Talbot misses up and away. His count goes to 3 balls, and Talbot trying to lock things back down, as there is an arm starting to loosen up. Down in the Sweets bullpen, it looks like that is Alex Cohen starting to get ready. As Jacob fires, fastball is fouled straight back. And a little bit of zip loss on that one by Tally. Again, fastball can sit up into the mid to high 80s. That one was 85. And 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on with none down. Ridgefield looking to extend the 1-run gap, as did he spot the corner? No, just misses outside on the change. And the bases will load. And it looks like we are going to see Sweets pitching coach Corey Keir come out and talk to Tally, as the rest of the infield will come in to support him as well. Again, Cohen starting to get ready a little bit quicker down the bullpen for Walla Walla, as Jacob Talbot trying to minimize the damage in his first start of the summer. Again, I've seen him go 3 innings once, has gone 2 2/3. Again, another guy who just hasn't pitched in a little while. Reminder, said June 25th was the last time we saw Talbot make an appearance, spinning those 3 innings versus the Drifters. And getting put in to start against the West Coast League South first half champions in the Raptors, who are still 20-9, second best record in the league right now, as currently it's the Wenatchee Apple Sox will have themselves the clear lead in the league. Sox 21-8, as they have been having themselves a really strong season. So Braden Watson will try and turn in the runs and try and break this game open for the Raptors. Bases loaded, no outs. Watson, line drive single to left field his first time up. Check swing, up and in, fouled away. As a good attack pitch there from Talbot. Going in, up and in part of the zone. Settles back, kicks, fires another hard line drive out to left center field. That ball is going to get down in the gap. One run will come across, two will come across, and we'll see the runners hold up in scoring position. And back-to-back RBI knocks from Braden Watson. He's 2 for 2 with 3 ribbies. So the lead jumps out to further for the Raptors. It's now 5-2 here in the third. Brings up the DH in Lightgeb. And the Raptors can have one of the most potent offenses in all of the league. Are leading the WCL in home runs. And when their defense is able to match up with it, easily one of the most threatening teams in the league. Now strike one will be called to Lightgeb. And Lightgeb stands at 6 foot even, 200 pounds. Kicks and fires high, chopper over to T, sits back, makes the throw across as another run comes in. Will be an RBI for Lightgeb, as the bases are now clear, and it is 6-2 Ridgefield here in Borleske Stadium. So it does bring up Marion. Another UC Santa Barbara Gaucho. Again, 2 utility guys out of UC Santa Barbara in the lineup, Braden Watson and Jordan Marion. As Talbot just looking to escape the top of the third. Allow Walla Walla to get back on the offensive side. His ball pops away from Osborne. Had a late jump in. Quickly advancing is Watson. His UC Santa Barbara teammate trying to knock him in from third base. As Cohen continuing to get warm, we'll likely see the Sac State Hornet come in if don't see an out here. Talbot looks in, fires another heater. It gets by and through the legs of Osborne. Watson will come in to score easy, and back-to-back balls that get away from Troy Osborne allows the 7th run to come in for the Raptors. And one just popped out of the glove, one went through his legs, and now it's 7-2 Ridgefield. It's 4 runs across in the inning. Walla Walla struggling to steady the ship as Talbot now falls 3-0 to Marion. And Marion had the RBI chance, didn't really have to do much to get that run in. Has just kind of stood in the batter's box, took a few pitches. Now will take strike one, 85. Again, Tally slowing it down to make sure it got middle. Kicks, fires, now going to get flown out towards left field. Trailing over to get it is Schofield on the run, makes a good catch in the gap. And does pick up the second out to bring up Farrell. That's back-to-back flyouts for Marion. Again, Farrell had an RBI double his last time up. Again, was a shallow fly ball into left field. Cole Rogers, a diving attempt, ended up in the glove, and as he hit the grass, popped out of the glove. Got Farrell credited with the double. Of course, not going to be an error as Rogers laid out for everything he could to try and make the play. And despite the great effort, just didn't seem in the cards as Talbot gets steadily ahead of the Ridgefield right fielder. So 2 down, no one on. 0-2 delivery, another breaking ball, this time chopped just wide of the Walla Walla dugout. And a good pitch from Talbot, staying active around the zone. And I have seen him working those curveballs a lot to this at-bat and likely just challenging Farrell to swing away at the breaking ball, and he does. It's going to be a hot shot over towards T and skips off his shoulder and out into the bullpen. We will see Farrell move all the way into second, and it's 2 doubles for Farrell. Both his doubles have been off of a Walla Walla sweep, but gets 2 doubles regardless, and immediately manager Leo Rivera will come out, taps the wrist, and makes the call to go get Alex Cohen. So the Sacramento State right-hander will come in to toe the rubber here in the top of the third as Talbot will exit. It is 7-2 Raptors lead here in Walla Walla.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest, you are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
So Alex Cohen will make his 6th appearance of the summer, has a 1-1 record across 12 innings, 2.25 ERA, 7 strikeouts. Has been able to minimize walks quite well and been good to see the showings from Alex Cohen and getting more and more time, more reps at the level against a lot of strong competition. Again, did see Cohen make a couple longer appearances his last 2 times out. Saw him earlier this week versus the Bend Elks, as that was back on Wednesday night to open up July. through 3 innings in relief versus the Elks in Game 2, allowed just 2 hits, 1 run, 3 strikeouts, a solid bit of work out of the pen, and more notably versus the Wenatchee Apple Sox. That was back on June 27th, through 4 innings out of the pen, through 4 shutout innings, allowing just 2 hits versus the top team in the WCL North. So again, allowing just 1 run in his last 7 innings. Has done a great job minimizing damage, and now we'll just look to get the Sweets out of the top of the third, as again I've seen 4 runs already come across in the inning for the Raptors. Talbot able to get us to 2 outs. And now Cohen will look to finish again. Ben Strutt up to the plate, 1 for 1 with an RBI single up the middle, scoring Farrell his last time up, who again waits off of second. Breaking ball on the way, chop foul, as the count remains 1-2. (7-2) Raptors lead here in the third inning. Cohen looking back towards Farrell, settles in, kicks, fires, breaking ball fended off by Strutt. Was just able to sit back enough, was looking fastball, and could see the hands just be able to adjust in time. And a good bit of bite to that breaking ball from Cohen. And a foot and a half of break. Deals another 1-2. It's going to be grounded through the 5-6 pocket, and we are going to see Farrell get the stop sign at third. The throw is in quick. Both runners will hold where they are. So the 8 and 9 hitters, both 2 for 2. Turns the lineup card back over. The Raptors have officially sent their whole lineup through the third inning, as Michael Peraza, who's now waiting on deck, was the leadoff man here in the third. For runners on the corners, 2 outs. The Raptors are trying to build into even more of a lead, as that ball was hit pretty hard off the bat of Strutt. 88 between the shortstop and third baseman of Reeser and T. So Cohen still just looking to get out of the jam for Walla Walla. Kicks and deals, ground ball over towards Reeser. Goes over to second with it to take out that first runner, and that will finally get the Sweets out of the top of the third. Again, 4 runs come across for the Raptors, 2 stranded. It's now 7-2 Ridgefield heading into the bottom of the third inning.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbottsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the suites catch some W's. Wins, that is.
Justin Brown working with a large lead behind him now, 5 runs. Ahead are the Raptors, and Sam Kane will look to lead things off. It's 2-3-4 in the order for Walla Walla to try and work against the Michigan right-hander. Kane with a good take on the off-speed out in front. Again, 4 runs scored by the Raptors in the top half of the inning. Now back-to-back innings, 3 and 4 runs scored by the Raptors. As Kane, definitely a guy who could change the energy of the game with a swing. And had 2 homers last night, now sitting second in the league in the home run leaderboard. Did walk his first time up versus Brown, and 6'3" righty struggling to locate versus Sam Kane, and will be just a 4-pitch walk as Kane works himself on to first for a leadoff base runner. As it brings up Gage Reeser. And Reeser had a good double his first time up. Double out to right field now will take a strike call. Just 86 miles an hour, catching the inside corner. Brown picks off over to first. Good toss, but Kane already having to get accustomed to those pickoff moves. Fastball misses up high. So 1 ball, 1 strike, a runner on. And the Sweets trying to turn it around, have had a tough share of close games. Now a ball ripped foul down the third base side. And it seemed the Sweets get a lot of good games under their belt before dropping a third game or game in between. Again, most recently saw it versus the Apple Sox. A good single from Reeser out to right field, and Gage will be 2 for 2 on the day to open up the series closer. Again, Walla Walla had 2 great victories over the top team in the WCL North, the Wenatchee Apple Sox, last weekend, 4-3 and 3-2 on Friday and Saturday. Then Sunday came around and the Sox took the series finale 13-6. So the Sweets able to win the series and again take the competitive games, but then in game 3 just ran out of gas a little bit, and so he's trying to not let that become the case again. As Kane on second, Racer off of first. Royce Hale was able to get on through errors last time. A big swing there, and that may be being a pitch that Hale wanted back, as that was middle in, 86 miles an hour, and definitely a pitch that Hale likes to drive, as are still seeing that infield shift out of Ridgefield. Summers playing just about down the first base line. Marion playing very deep in the pocket at second, as changeup will get a swing and a miss. And seeing the shortstop in Carson Luna is playing a little bit more to the normal shortstop position, at least left of the bag. Yesterday was hitting way right, and the center fielder in Strutt nearly over in right center, as the kick and deal will just track low. That being a close pitch from Brown. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the DH and Hale. And Royce entered and did a great job in his first series. Now will go down swinging, and breaking ball drops off 77 on the bender from Brown. And picks up another strikeout, that being number 4. As it looks like we're going to have an early pinch hitter, and that's going to be in place of Troy Osborne, and it's Nate Petz. And was questioning if Nate Petz was going to get a start today, and the first pitch he sees grounds over to the third base side, gets by the glove of Peraza. We're going to see the wave around third, and it's going to get by the left fielder and Zach Wattis. We're going to see Reeser waved around. Petz trying to get into third, head first slide. He's there. Petz steps in and immediately makes an impact. Slips under the glove of the third baseman, gets by the left fielder of Wattis. Don't know what was on it from Petz, but it got by 2 defenders, brings in 2 more runs for Walla Walla, and allows him to stand on third. Yeah, Nate Petz, we saw him come into last night's ball game. Ended up coming in a bit earlier last night, who came in the 5th inning as a defensive change. Did struggle at the plate, going 0 for 2 with grounding into a double play and a strikeout, but in the field made some incredible plays. Had a diving catch in shallow right center field to steal away runs, and then was, of course, a part of spinning the game-ending double play in the top of the 9th inning. As Brown gets a breaking ball past Buckley, who goes and chases it. So it will be interesting to see where Petz goes in terms of the field, as very well could likely see Buckley go to catcher as he fouls it back away. Again, Ethan Buckley, usually a catcher for the Sweets, is on first base today. Could see Buckley move back behind the plate, Knowles move over to first, and then Petz take his place at second. Would be my likely prediction. But Petz in himself is also a catcher. Could just straight up see Nate go behind the plate for Walla Walla, and the utility man from Whitman College. Wouldn't be too shocking, as Buckley fends off another breaking ball way out towards the stands, that being by Section A here in Borleske, as the count goes 1-2. Buckley still protecting. So Justin Brown trying to even things out. Fastball missing. Back pick attempt over towards third, as Petz was getting a larger secondary off of third base, but the throw almost being offline, getting away from Peraza. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 3-run game, and Buckley able to just fend it off again. Justin Brown allowing 2 earned runs so far. Again, the first 2 runs were through error, were not deemed against him. The Raptors have made 2 errors on this game already. Walla Walla had 5 errors last night to the Ridgefield none, as another 79-mile-an-hour breaking ball misses outside. Seeing Brown being cautious with Buckley. And Ethan has 2 doubles, has knocked in 10 runs in his 11 games so far. Struck out his first time up versus Brown. That sends a chopper just wide of the third base side. So the count remains full with 1 out. Buckley trying to win the battle versus Brown. Nate Petz looking to score off of third. Schofield waiting on deck. Walla Walla trying to work right back into this game, not let Ridgefield feel secure in this third game. Fastball on the way again, chopped over to the third base side. Perazo handles it. The throw over to first is in time. Will be an RBI from Buckley, scoring Petz. And now it's a 2-run game here in Borleske, and suddenly a much different atmosphere. So Ronan Schofield, the lefty back, comes in. And Ronan graduated from Juanita High School this past spring. Will be joining the Cougars over in Pullman this upcoming fall, and we'll get his first reps officially at the D1 level in the 2027 spring season. Gets up 2-0 in the count. Again, just a guy getting a lot more time, getting back-to-back starts as an incoming freshman. Just has been lacing hits well. Now seeing the ball well, gets ahead. 3-0 in the count. In the last 3 games that Schofield has been in, has gone 3 for 8 with 4 ribbies. Has gone on base 5 out of 10 times. Now takes ball 4 upstairs, gets on base again. And that being his first time tonight. As Brown administers another walk, has struggled a little bit with that control, as that was walk number 3. So 2 outs, a runner on base, as T will step in for another time versus Brown. Struck out looking. Brown first pitch, T is going to pop it up high into foul territory beyond the third base side, trying to settle his Perazo. No, lose it. It drops in fair territory, and Buckley on his horse will come in to score, and T was hardly moving. He's on first. As T thought that was a foul ball or the third out, he barely got halfway down the first baseline. And can see manager Leo Rivera hand on his head as T has an RBI single. And what an RBI single you see there, as Cole Rogers will step in. And now, from a 5-run lead for the Raptors, Walla Walla have brought it right back to a 1-run deficit. The Raptors lead 7-6. Rogers pops it up on the right side. Tracking over to get it is Marion, and calling him off is the right fielder, and Farrell, who will stumble to a knee but make the catch. And Walla Walla back within 1. The Raptors put up 4. Walla Walla respond with 4 of their own. It's 7-6 moving on to the 4th inning.
Play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla.
So Michael Perazzo will lead things off at the top of the fourth, showing bunt will pull it back as first pitch just misses outside from Cohen. And the Raptors put up fourth in the top half of the third, and the Sweets responded with 4 of their own. The Raptors looking to establish a little bit more control as the offense continues to work. Perazzo was the guy to get the last inning started as a great breaking ball from Cohen just drops in. As again, do see those defensive changes with Nate Petz coming in. And as suspected, Petz is over at second. Knowles moves over to first, and Buckley now behind the plate. So really just the right side of the infield doing a rotation. As Cohen in the 1-2 count versus the third baseman. Another bender drops in. Strike 3 called. Perazzo not happy about it one bit. Trackman shows it catching the outside part of the zone ever so beautifully. And that's going to be the first K for Cohen. So JT Summers comes in again, 1 for 2. Takes ball 1 just in off the plate. Again, flew out to right field his first time up. Was a great catch made by Cole Rogers on the fence, just in right field foul territory, and then had a single to left his last time up. Cohen deals another breaking ball inside. Still just staying too far in. Now Alex looks in, another breaking ball. This one just lives high. So 3-0 count versus the WCL RBI leader. Now we'll see Alex slow things down. Find the heater in there. And Summers batting .337. 11 doubles, 5 homers. Knocked in, getting that league-leading 32 runs. Hard line drive over into left field. It gets down in front of Schofield. Will pick it up quickly and spin it into the shortstop and Reeser. It'll be a 1-out single from Summers and back-to-back base hits from him. We'll put another potential run aboard as Zach Wattis. Danger's got to try and knock it in. Again, the duo of Summers and Wattis, an outfielder, infielder duo, both can DH in. And probably one of the most threatening 3 and 4 batters you will see in a lineup across the West Coast. Like another line drive into left field. This one straight at Ronan and doesn't have to move much to make the catch. And well struck off the bat, 102 off the bat of Wattis, but again, just straight at Schofield in left field for the second out. That being the first time Wattis is retired this evening, and brings up the catcher in Watson. And Watson has been another guy who's just been very efficient tonight. And 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs, an RBI single and an RBI double in back-to-back innings. Now we'll take a first pitch breaking ball that just drifts in at 78. Again, Watson batting .308 in 4 games and really looking to get himself more time. As he gets a swing and a miss again, is batting .400 on the summer now with his 2 at-bats coming in. And 6 for 15 as had a double, 2 homers, knocked in 9 runs in just 5 games. 0-2 pitch on the way from Cohen, and a good take on the high heater. Makes it 1-2. As Cohen looking to get Walla Walla right back on the offensive sides of things. Kicks and deals to the catcher, too far inside, gets him on the elbow. And Watson tosses the bat, will reach first for a 3rd straight time. Puts 2 runners aboard, 89 on the elbow. Brings up the DH in Lightgeb. So Summers off of second, Watson on first. And Lightgeb a chance to try and knock in another run. And just 2 ribbies on the season for Brock. And first pitch is inside, believe foul tipped. Just off the chest protector. And Buckley really having to work back there behind the plate. Again, saw Buckley start game 1 of the series behind the plate. Then came in last night's game. End up catching for a few innings and getting a couple plate appearances. Now steps in again. Breaking ball fouled off. Back towards the bleachers here in Borleske Stadium. Again, a little bit of a quieter evening after. And back-to-back busy days at the ballpark, having fireworks night on Friday night to open up Independence Day weekend, and then 4th of July game yesterday. Sweets showing out to the home crowd with back-to-back wins. Now the 0-2 delivery from Cohen outside part will ring up Lightgeb. Perfectly placed on the up and away corner for another strikeout. Back 2 looking strikeouts in the inning for Cohen to send us on to the middle of 4.
Washington's lottery gives out a lot of green to winners in schools and retailers awesomely. Nearly 600 mil to people that play. Another 180 mil to vocational training and education from preschool to college. Now you got the knowledge, a win-win for all of us. Play Washington lottery, lottery, lottery. Play Washington lottery, lottery, yeah.
Visit walllottery.com. Who benefits to learn more.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
So a new pitcher will step in for Ridgefield here in the bottom of the fourth inning. It's going to be Ryan McClaskey, who makes his 9th appearance of the summer. Comes in for Justin Brown, whose evening will end 3 innings, allowing just 2 hits and 5 runs. Only 2 of them were earned. Did administer 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, 71 pitches to get through those 3 innings. So his 5th start of the summer ends and brings in McClaskey out of Northwestern Oklahoma State with the Rangers. First pitch to the leadoff man in Knowles, misses inside. As the kick and deal on the way in towards the back knee, will miss just inside. The count goes 2-0 to Knowles. And PK, 2 flyouts so far. Fly out to left, fly out to center. That'll be way up in the count, 3-0, and likely just going to try and stay patient. On the way, it's just going to be an easy 4-pitch walk. And McClaskey, 5.14 ERA across 14 innings, has 15 strikeouts, 1.5 whip. And so has struggled with that control at time, letting runners aboard. Did see McClaskey throw an inning and a third versus Walla Walla back on June 21st. Ended up allowing 1 hit, 2 earned runs, and 3 strikeouts. And 3 strikeouts and 4 total outs, but struggled putting runners on. And that was actually the last appearance for McClaskey. So it has been 2 weeks since he's last thrown in a game. So back-to-back appearances versus the Sweets, and we'll be able to cruise in a strike to Kane after 5 straight misses. Breaking ball drifts outside, and McClaskey getting the wrist around it. You could see Kane kind of signal back to the dugout. Gets those 2 fingers a little bit more around it than on top of it. 2-1 pitch will track down. A good stop behind the plate by Watson. Again, I do remember calling that 3rd game between the Raptors and the Sweets. And saw McClaskey on the bump and was throwing to a different catcher, was the Dallas Baptist catcher in Reagan McCluskey. And it was kind of fun to see the Ridgefield battery of McClaskey and McCluskey throwing between one another, as back-to-back walks will put Knowles and Kane aboard for Reeser. Engage Reeser, 2 knocks already. Has a single and a double, both to right field, and now will take strike 1 at the knees. Again, Reeser was a later pickup for Walla Walla, and this being just his 2nd multi-hit game. Another pitch is going to be roped into left center field by Reeser. He's got 3 knocks on the evening, rolls all the way to the left center fence. Knowles scores. Kane will come in easy to score as well. Reeser drops them both in and takes the lead for Walla Walla. 8-7 here in Borleske, and Walla Walla were trailing by 5 and have now turned it around into an 8-7 lead. Reeser's 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and 2 ribbies. So brings up the 6'5" Long Beach State commit in Royce Hale. Again, Hale just finished up that junior year with Seattle University as a meeting on the mound for McClaskey is and struggling to settle, giving up back-to-back walks and then a double. But Hale finished up that season with the Red Hawks and really displayed his power in his time at Seattle UN. Now, in the spring of 2027, will continue his baseball career down with the Dirtbags at Long Beach State. And just going to be bringing some boom to the beach and would love to try and make an impact here again. Currently 0 for 2. This has gotten on through an error and then struck out his last time up. Now we'll take strike 1 as it looked to be just a bit outside of the lefty. And Walla Walla responding well, put up the 2 first runs in the first inning, then Raptors responding with 3 in the second. And then the third inning, each team put up 4th runs. Raptors nothing in the top half of 4. Now this is going to get Hale on the front shin, and Royce will get on to first for the first time today as McClaskey is still struggling to locate. 2 walks, a hit by pitch, and a double. And we'll bring up Nate Petz again. Yeah, Nate Petz, first time up, did get counted as an error. Again, was a pretty solid ground ball to the third base side, and it looks like head coach Chris Cota will make a pitching change. It will be a short appearance for McClaskey. Not able to register an out, gives up 2 earned runs, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch, and there's still 2 runners aboard for Walla Walla to try and add on. Ridgefield will look to keep it close, and the Sweets looking to take a commanding lead here in the bottom of 4.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbotsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the Sweets catch some W's. Wins, that is.
So Jake Lenberger will jump in for the Ridgefield Raptors, making his 5th appearance of the summer. Has made half of those appearances as starts. The Eastern Oregon University right-hander has spun nearly 11 innings on the summer so far, 10 strikeouts, 2.53 ERA. Done well limiting hits, limiting runs, as Pets showing bunt pulls at back both corners, playing very shallow for the Raptors. Perazzo, the third baseman, is weighing on the grass, and even further is JT Summers, the first baseman, as he is staying set on the grass. Pets will likely have to try and pull it down the third base side if he wants to get the bunt down. As Lenberger kicks, fires high velocity. Pets rockets one out towards deep left field, over the head of Wattis. Off the fence it goes. Pets will have to slow down as Hale is trying to reach towards third, and he is going to be cut down at third. As one run comes across to score, Walla Walla extend the lead 9-7, and Nate Pets continues to have himself a day. The Whitman College Blue jumping into the lineup late and has made one heck of an impact. And brings up Ethan Buckley. As again, it will be interesting to see how that play was scored. Believe it will just be an outright double for Pets as it smacked off the left field wall. Again, Royce Hale, who was leading off of first, thought it might have been caught and had himself a short lead. Pets was right behind him, ended up having to nearly stop. And Buckley grounds it over to the shortstop in Luna. He goes across, and good base running for Pets. He moves up to third. Nate Pets is trying to put on a show here in Borleske Stadium and really trying to earn himself a starting spot. Again, good base runner puts him 90 feet away with 2 outs to try and get Walla Walla into double digits again. And now ball is going to skip away from Watson, and Pets' base running will pay off. He comes in to score. And Walla Walla back-to-back double-digit games, matching the exact score line from last night in the 4th inning. And what a day for Nate Pets, has already come in to score twice. As Schofield will take a strike, evens up the count 1-1. Sweets 4 runs across in the 3rd inning, 4 more runs across here in the 4th. Schofield looking to extend it. Bases are clear with 2 outs and a 3-1 count. And Lenberger just trying to get out of the jam here. It was a tough start to the inning. 2 walks, a double, and a hit by pitch. And saw the pitching change, and Pets didn't seem to mind as and rocketed a double to the left field fence. And now Schofield's going to go out towards center field. It drops in front of Strutt, and the inning continues. Ronan Schofield picks up his first knock of the day as stands on first in back-to-back plate appearances, and it turns it over to the third baseman in T. Three hits in the inning now for Walla Walla. Looking to break apart for more again. T. RBI single his last time up. Again, was just a pop-up that looked like it was going to be in foul territory and looked like it was either going to be the 3rd out in the 3rd inning or just a foul ball. And again, Wynn just kicked it slightly and it dropped in just past the line. which ended up being an RBI single for T, and now he's going to float one towards the right field side. It might drop in again. No, this one just tails foul down the first base side. But hustling all the way towards third was Ronan Schofield. And he was looking to get as far as he could if that ball did drop in. So 1-1 pitch on the way, misses up high to Trevor, 85. Again, Lenberger finished up his sophomore year at Eastern Oregon. And it's going to be cracked towards the third baseman, skipping over to Barrazo, makes the play. The throw across is dug out by Summers, and good bit of defensive work from the Raptors to close up the fourth inning, but Walla Walla turn up 4 more runs, a 2 RBI double from Gage Reeser and an RBI double from Nate Petz to bring in those 4 runs. It is now 10-7 Sweets moving on into the 5th inning.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code.
Cohen pumps in strike number 1 to Jordan Marion, who's 0 for 2 on the day. And looking to try and turn things around for the Raptors as Walla Walla have put up 4 runs in back-to-back innings. Now ball chopped down the first base side, foul. And Marion has flown out to left, flown out to right. Currently 1 for 6 on the series with a single and a walk. And those were both yesterday. Now on a 1-1 count versus Cohen, who has looked very much in control through an inning and a third now. 2 strikeouts, no earned runs. And has given up 2 hits, but again, nothing really has come of them. Currently sitting at 28 pitches now in this at-bat versus Marion. Pitch number 29 is going to be a breaking ball cut on towards Reeser. Tough play, swipes it away, and over to Knowles for the first down. And the hops here at Borleske can sometimes be a little bit unpredictable, and Reeser did a good job just being able to read where that ball was going to skip in and did make the grab as brings up Farrell. And the Raptors offense looking to try and answer back. Do have 9 hits for 7 runs. Walla Walla 6 hits for their 10 runs. As an appeal down to first base side. Shane Kelly will say that Farrell held back the swing. Now a single will slice just beyond Nate Petz and out into center field. Sam Kane picks it up clean, and Farrell continues his hot day as he's 3 for 3 with 2 doubles. Double to right, double to left, and now a single up the middle. As he's been the most consistent bat so far on the side of the Raptors. Have seen a couple good looks. JT Summers, he's 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Braden Watson, he's 2 for 2 with a single and a double. And Ben Strutt, the guy behind him, also 2 for 2. As Cohen kicks and deals, a good breaking ball, freezes Strutt, but just misses under the zone. And 76 on that bender. And Strutt, single up the middle, single to the left. Just some clean line drives to pick up his hits. And Strutt came in today only with 3 hits total on the summer, went 3 for 18, and has been used a good bit as a pinch hitter and pinch runner, adding on some extra speed onto the base pass. Again, just finished up his sophomore year at College of the Canyons down in California. Stands at 5'9", 165 pounds, and is going to rope another line drive that drops into left center field. Sam is going to try and get it in. Quick stumbling around second was Farrell. He'll have to return back to the bag, as now the 8 and 9 hitters for Ridgefield are both 3 for 3. Strutt with a trio of singles on the day. So it's 1 down, 2 on as the lineup card flips back over to Carson Luna. Luna's 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Cohen starts him off with a breaking ball inside corner at 76, just misses inside. But a good miss from Cohen, keeping that pitch close. And saw a lot of good games across the West Coast League last night, as Bellingham were able to end their losing streak versus Nanaimo. Cut over towards Petz, takes a huge hop, and it gets right over Nate and into right field. We'll see Farrell score. Strutt will hold up at third, and mention there can be some unpredictable hops, and there you see one all the way over Nate Petz. Ends up in right field, and now the lead down to 2. We've seen Nate Petz have a good bit of hops out there at second base. Saw it displayed yesterday with a diving catch out to shallow right center field, but and just not expecting that kind of a bounce. Believe it is just going to be deemed a single for Carson Luna. 3 singles in a row from the Raptors offense to push in their 8th run. Then runners on the corners with 1 down. Cohen fires a breaking ball. It's going to be a swinging bunt down the first base line, and charging was Knowles from first, and there's no one standing on the bag. And that will be a mistake from the Sweets defense, and not enough talk as, again, PK came in to charge it. Knowles came off the mound and fielded it, and Petz wasn't able to cover in time, and that brings in run number 9. As brings up the RBI leader in JT Summers. Has gotten back-to-back singles in his last 2 ABs. 10-9 ball game here in Borleske. A good first pitch from Cohen to get ahead of the first baseman. And JT Summers stands at 6'4", 220 pounds. Out of Santa Rosa Junior College, committed to play with the Oregon Ducks. A 1-pitch tracks low, count evens up at 1s. Cohen fires another off speed. Just trying to get a bite there out of Summers. Again, Perazzo leading off of first, Luna off of second. And now it's going to be sent over towards Reeser, turns it to Petsy, spins it over to first, and the inning-ending double play is turned. Walla Walla will escape with the lead intact. A nice 6-4-3 twin killing to send us on to the bottom of the fifth, 10-9 here in Borleske Stadium.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbotsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the Suites catch some W's. Wins, that is.
Walla Walla trying to re-extend the lead here in the bottom of the fifth inning as it's 10-9. The Raptors able to put up two in the top half to make it another one-run game, and Walla Walla trying to stay a little bit more well ahead as it'll be 9-1-2. Cole Rogers leading things off. And we're talking about the scores across the West Coast League a little bit, as before started seeing a ton of action out on the field. Again, the Bellingham Bells were able to end their losing streak, got an 11-4 win over Nanaimo. Bend with a huge win over Yakima Valley on Independence Day, 13-1 down in Bend. Corvallis were able to clinch the series versus Springfield, 16-5 victory there. Kelowna, another nail-biting win, 3-2 over the Harbor Cats. Port Angeles picked up their just second series win of the season as a shallow fly ball into right field is going to be picked up by Farrell, as the lefties clinch the series versus the Kamloops North Paws. Portland with another 6-3 victory over Marion, a big win there, and Edmonton fell to Wenatchee. The Apple Sox took a 10-1. And again, a lot of good games continue on today. A lot have already concluded, as saw two afternoon games, as Bellingham and Nanaimo already finished up. Was 6-2. Saw Kelowna and Victoria play an afternoon game as well. 9-2. Kelowna were able to take that series in a sweep, and the Night Owls were able to take the series over Bellingham. Port Angeles were able to pick up the win, 9-2 over Kamloops. Now a sharp ground ball over to the right side. It's going to be a tough play as off the glove of Marion. Tried to trap it, couldn't do so, as Knowles will be safe at first. And a good attempt from Marion to try and reach it, but it will be PK's first hit of the day. So brings up Sam Kane. Again, saw a lot of games start at 5 p.m. tonight. Walla Walla and Victoria versus Kelowna were the later starts. And saw two games start before 2, and then 3 games start at 5, and Edmonton and Wenatchee had a 5:30 start time. And a lot of teams just trying to finish up quick so teams can work their way back home from their road trips. And already 3 games, I believe 5 games have concluded. Mentioned Kelowna taking down Victoria, Nanaimo taking down Bellingham, Port Angeles with the series win over Kamloops. Yakima Valley were able to come back and take the series in Bend 6-4. Pippins took down the Elks. Corvallis swept Springfield at Goss, and 9-6 victory to close out the series. Closer fight from the Drifters and getting swept by the Knights, and now we'll head back home to face off against the Sweets. Fly ball into left field is going to be collected by Wattis for the second out. So those being all the games that have concluded. Portland and Marion still going head-to-head down in Salem. The Berries leading 8-6 over the Pickles. Then mentioned Edmonton and Wenatchee already in the 8th inning, as the Riverhawks leading 10-0 over Wenatchee. And what a turnaround that is. Again, the Apple Sox beat Edmonton 10-1 last night, and now the Riverhawks have reversed the scoreline in their Sunday matchup, as the first pitch misses down low to Reeser. And what a day it's been for Gage. His first 3-hit performance of the summer. Had only 1 multi-hit game before this where he had 2 singles. Has not been the same, as now he's going to get one through the right side. It's a 4-hit day for Gage Reeser. 2 singles, 2 doubles, 2 ribbies. And what an evening it's been for the Wazoo commit. So puts runners on first and second for Royce Hale. Again, Royce currently 0 for 2, hit by pitch in his last at-bat, and was cut down at third base later on. Has a good RBI chance here versus Lenberger, as he'll take ball 1 down. And Lenberger, just another big body right-hander out of Eastern Oregon, stands at 6'5", 215 pounds. A native of Spokane, just finished up his sophomore year with the Mounties. Made 12 appearances, had a 5.73 ERA throughout the spring. Struck out 23 batters, 33 innings. Again, just there's like a ton of guys like that at Eastern Oregon University, as the Raptors have 2 Eastern Oregon right-handers who are both 6'5". Jake Lenberg and Ryan Vorpal, 6'5", 225 and 215 each. Both right-handers with the Mounties. And then, of course, formerly on the Walla Walla roster was Easton Corey, who is 6'6" right-hander out of Eastern Oregon. As the Mounties kind of have the name for a reason, and just a ton of giants on that team. As now a swing and a miss out of Hale will make the count 1-2. So Hale looking to protect with 2 on and 2 outs, try and bring in more runs for Walla Walla. As Lenberger looks in, kicks and fires out the stretch, another bender, and good take from Royce. Lets it go 74 below the zone. And the Mounties had 3 players who were 6'6" this past spring. 2 right-handed pitchers and a first baseman, then had 2 6'5" players, Lenberger and Vorpal, and a couple 6'4" guys, also right-handed pitchers, and just seems to be a surplus of mid-6-foot right-handed pitchers out at Eastern Oregon University. And Lenberger being one of them. As the count goes full, seeing Watson take some time and talk to the righty, try and settle him down. And Walla Walla have a chance to try and break this game back open, but really no lead seems safe for either of these teams with the amount of scoring we've seen in just the first half of this ball game. 10-9. Walla Walla leading the Raptors. 2 on, 2 outs, payoff pitch to Hale is going to be sent foul down first base side out towards the bullpen. Seeing a couple pitchers down in the Sweets bullpen, maybe starting to loosen up and just start to get slightly warm. Lenberger checks back, kicks and deals another payoff pitch, misses inside just off the knee. And the bases will load for who else but Nate Petz. So Hale gets on first back-to-back times through a free ticket, a hit by pitch and a walk. And so it's Nate Petz who steps in again, had an RBI double out to left field his last time up, and seeing the left fielder and Zach Wattis playing deeper out there in left field. And Petz trying to drive in more for Walla Walla. Big swing and a miss at the first pitch he sees. Again, this just being the 11th game of the season for Nate. Came into today batting 5 for 29. Did knock in 3 runs, and that was knocked in another. Lenberger kicks, fires, fastball goes right back up the middle, and Nate Petz continues to have a day. 1 run comes in, Reeser digging around third. He'll come in to score as well. Another 2 RBI knock, and Petz makes it 12-9 for Walla Walla. And the Whitman College Blue continues to swing it here in his home park. 3 ribbies now on the day for Petz. And he's now 2 for 3, and it looks like we're going to see another pitching change as Chris Cota comes out, makes a call to the bullpen, and it looks like the Raptors are going to put in a lefty here in the bottom of the 4th. Walla Walla leading 12-9. Nate Petz delivers 2 more for the Sweets, and Walla Walla trying to continue the strong inning of work.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
The Raptors do turn to the Seattle University lefty and Harrison Hoffart to make his 5th appearance of the summer. and doing so against Ethan Buckley, who will step in with 2 on and 2 outs. Walla Walla have already put 2 more across in the inning, thanks to Nate Petz, who had a 2 RBI single just before the break. Now Hoffarth trying to limit the damage and just keep the Raptors within 3. As Hoffarth has been used pretty sparingly, was one of the first guys on the roster as Buckley slams the ball out towards center field. Tracking back to get it is Strutt, and on the long run, he'll haul it in for the 3rd out, and 1 pitch from Hoffarth will collect the 3rd out, but Walla Walla score 2 more in the bottom of the 5th. It's now 12-9. Sweets lead heading on into the 6th inning.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
Into the top of the 6th, Walla Walla leading 12-9 over Ridgefield, and what an offensive battle it has become. And Alex Cohen continues on the mound for the Sweets. Again, trying to steady things, has gone through 2 1/3, allowed 6 hits, just 2 earned runs. Has struck out 2 and now gets a first pitch swing, a soft ground over towards third base. T swiftly makes the play across, and PK feeling the energy over at first for out number 1. Clean 1 pitch, 1 out to retire Wattis. And that brings up Braden Watson. Again, Cohen through 2 2/3 as much of the starter in Talbot now. .41 pitches through his 2 2/3, and will find a first pitch strike on the outside corner, just catches the edge versus Watson. And the Ridgefield catcher 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs and a hit by pitch. He has yet to be retired on the evening. The sun casting down now completely off of the field. A couple shadows casting down on the center, a little bit of sun setting down on the center field fence, but that is it as the lights shining clear here at Borleske to close up Independence Day weekend. And what a weekend it's been. Fireworks on Friday night, a big hat giveaway, and a 10-7 victory last night for the Sweets to clinch this series. And, of course, Sunday fun day here at the ballpark. Kids getting to run the bases after the game. And Sweets looking to deliver a sweep here to Borleske. Just the second sweep of the season in tow. Sharp ground ball over towards Reeser, takes a hop over across, and back-to-back groundouts to the left side of the infield generated by Cohen. And Alex cruising now as the game continues, brings up Light Geb.
Again, was great to see the addition of Alex Cohen to the roster, another Sacramento State Hornet joining the lineup. Of course, former Sac State Hornet Nikhil Beasley, catcher for the Sweets, was a fan favorite last year, and then a former Hornet in Troy Osborne who redshirted his first year. Again, Alex joining his younger brother Andrew on the roster of the Sweets. Studio City, California natives, as Cohen graduated out of Loyola High School. Kicks and deals another bender in, just skips off the chest guard of Buckley. The count evens up at 1-1. Can spend his first 2 years of college at Los Angeles Valley College down in SoCal. Had a good chunk of appearances with the Monarchs and had a good sophomore season, allowed him to move up to Division I ball at Sacramento State, redshirted this past year with the Hornets. So has yet to get any official Division I reps, and this being a big chance to get more here, and has really made the most of his reps here in the West Coast League. And looking to come into next spring and have himself a big redshirt junior year as kicks and deals, gets the wave from Light Gavin. Huge K for Cohen. Picks up his third strikeout of the appearance, and he is rolling, puts up a 0 on the scoreboard for the Raptors in the top of the 6th. Walla Walla will look to keep on extending in the bottom half.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at UnderwriterHondaofWallaWalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Schofield will lead things off at the bottom of the 6th as Hoffbarth first pitch to him, and Schofield trying to bunt for a base hit. And this is something become pretty common with Ronan over his several appearances on the season. Will typically at least once a game when he's starting try and bunt for a base hit. Tries to place it down the third baseline and catch who is ever in the hot corner off guard and beat out a throw over to first. As it is Peraza over at third, and now a looping breaking ball drops in 64 miles an hour from Harrison Hoffarth, just sweeping across the zone. Back through his windup, deals it again. Schofield sends it out towards right field. Farrell is tracking it. He's behind it, makes the grab. And a good barrel, 86 miles an hour off the bat. As that ball was 67 miles an hour out of the hands of Hoffarth. Tough to generate a lot of power on a ball like that. As Trevor T steps in. And T 1 for 3 with an RBI knock all the way back in the third inning. Now first pitch to him is going to be popped up foul, back and out of play, out towards the stands.
wind's still softly kicking up as it has cooled quite a bit here in Walla Walla, now sitting at just about 80 degrees. Soft breeze in from the north. Pitch on its way from Hoffarth, grounded towards the second baseman in Marion, takes a shuffle and makes it across for out number 2. Again, saw in the top half of this inning, Alex Cohen provide a 1-2-3 inning, was the first 1-2-3 inning in this game since the top of the first. And now Hoffarth looking to respond with one of his own. As Cole Rogers still looking to reach base for the first time today, a ground out and 2 flyouts. As Hoffarth kicks and fires in a strike. Again, the lefty out of Seattle University just finished up his freshman year, a native of Vancouver, Washington, so practically Ridgefield born and raised. Graduated out of Columbia River High School. And just finished up that freshman season with the Red Hawks. Had 12 appearances as a true freshman through 8 2/3 an inning as Rogers slams one out towards the left center gap. That ball is going to get down. It slows in front of Wattis, and Rogers is trying for 2. He's going to get in there. As the ball skipped away from Carson Luna, the shortstop, and Rogers showing off the wheels here in Borleske. And we've talked about his speed ever since he joined the roster, and there you see the clear depiction of it as looked like it was just going to be a regular single, and Rogers stretches it into 2, puts some pressure on the defense. So the lineup turns back over to PK, who's 1 for 3 with a single and a walk, has scored both times he's gotten on base. Again, Hoffarth, 8 2/3 innings across his true freshman season at Seattle. Did pick up 9 strikeouts and again just about 9 innings. Was able to keep walks down, but did struggle in terms of giving up hard contact. Again, did give up 16 runs and 2 homers in his 12 appearances, and made his ERA 16.62 as a true freshman. But again, seeing a lot of familiar faces, and the guy up to bat being one of them. Former teammates at Seattle now going head-to-head as Hoffarth misses down low, 2-1 count. Again, has another former teammate waiting in the dugout in Royce Hale. As the lefty looks back, kicks and deals to Knowles, who flies one out to right field. Farrell is immediately jogging in and will be able to make the catch for out number 3 as the lefty wins the battle versus PK, sends us on into the 7th. The Sweets still stay ahead 12-9.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbotsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the Sweets catch some W's. Wins, that is.
Alex Cohen continuing to work for Walla Walla as comes out after already tossing in 3 1/3 innings. He's at 49 pitches. Has allowed 2 earned runs, but has been a great sense of stability in what has been a very high-scoring game. 21 total runs across. 12 for the Sweets, 9 for the Raptors. But again, Alex Cohen only giving up 2 in 3 1/3. Facing off against the second baseman in Marion. Just misses up high, falls 2-0 in the count. The Raptors' second baseman 0 for 3, 2 flyouts and a ground out. As Cohen tries to find a breaking ball outside corner, just missed it. Good frame attempt from Buckley as again Cohen struggling to locate in. Looks like after Alex gets down 3-0 in the count, we'll see an arm starting to get further ready. I believe that is Charlie Seneker who takes off the jacket and will start getting warm. So 3-1 count. Cohen, and mention his longer appearances on the season, trying to hunt for another fly ball out into center. Sam Kane diving in center will make the catch, and thought that ball was going to come a little bit further out, so ended up having to drop to a dive out in front to make the grab, but put it on Sports Center. Why not? So first out here in the top of the 7th as Reed Farrell steps in. Again, mentioned back in the 5th inning, Reed Farrell and Ben Strutt, the 8 and 9 hitters for the Raptors, are combined 6 for 6. Neither of them have been retired on the evening so far. Cohen trying to do so here, gets a sharp ground ball, one hopping over towards Knowles, over to Pets, and he hands it over to Knowles, and that will retire Farrell for the first time. So it does bring up Strutt. And Strutt, just a trio of singles, 1 RBI, has scored once. First pitch missing outside from Cohen. And Alex, even after giving up the 3 misses to Marion, got the fly out and immediately locked right back in versus Farrell. And now just trying to get through the 7th, take us into the stretch with a 3-run lead as good breaking ball misses under the zone. Cohen still working out of the stretch. Now we'll find the fastball in there at 87. Just perfect up and in corner. And Walla Walla would love 3 games in a row to try and get the revenge sweep versus Ridgefield. Breaking ball is going to get chopped over towards Reeser. Fields it well off the right foot over to Knowles. And back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings provided by Alex Cohen. He just seems to get better and better as the game goes on. Sends us into the stretch. Sweets lead 12-9.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Shortstop number 44, Ridgefield. Hitter number 34,
So Royce Hale takes strike one versus Hoffarth, and apologize for the slight technical difficulties as seeing Gage Reeser find his 5th hit of the ball game, and Hale trying to pick up another knock. Again, has gotten hit by a pitch and walked in his last 2 plate appearances, and on a lefty matchup versus a former teammate. Would love to try and get the upper hand again. Both competing with the Seattle University Redhawks this past spring as breaking ball drifts in towards the dirt. Good stop from Watson. Again, 2 singles in the inning for Walla Walla to try and add on more. And back to we're talking West Coast League standings. We're talking about the North. Wenatchee again leading all of the West Coast League with a 21-8 record. Bellingham Bell sitting behind them at 20-12. Followed by Kelowna and Nanaimo in a tight race. Edmonton behind them. Victoria and Kamloops in 6th and 7th. Followed by Port Angeles as drops right in front of the broadcast booth. And a bunch of young fans hunting for it, and will be a souvenir on Independence Day weekend. So Hale stays alive. Again, 2 runners on base, no outs. Kick and deal on the way from the lefty, jams up. Hale's popped up onto the infield. Peraza will take control, makes the grab. So Hoffarth picks up the first out here in the bottom of the 7th, and it brings up Nate Petz. And another RBI situation for Nate Petz. and has a single, a double, and 3 ribbies in his last 2 plate appearances, and chance to knock in more. Sweets lead 12-9 here in the bottom of the 7th. 1 out, 2 on. First pitch to Pets is going to be a breaking ball, fouled straight back over the booth out towards far side. Will be hauled in as again, runners were in motion. Kane off of second, Reeser off of first. And both got on through their singles. And have not seen any score in the last inning and a half. Pets and Walla Walla trying to turn that around and add on more as Hoffarth misses down low at 84. And Pets not a part of the starting lineup. Miner came in the 3rd inning, hitting for Troy Osborne, ended up getting on through an error and eventually scoring and helping bringing in a couple runs, and then had the RBI double off the left field fence all the way back in the 4th inning, and then a 2 RBI single up the middle in the 5th. Again, mentioned that Pets came into the day with 5 hits, 3 ribbies, now has 7 hits and 6 ribbies, doubling his RBI count in just 1 evening. Good protect swing on the outside part of the plate. 86 on the fastball, just outside. Pets making sure to get a barrel on it just in case. Again, Hoffarth has stayed clean. Hasn't been in too much trouble yet. Really, the 2 leadoff singles been the most trouble that he's given up. As the runner's in motion again, Pets fouls it back up and out of play. And more beautiful skies here in Walla Walla to close out the series, as again, just pink across the valley and a couple of clouds painting the skies here above Borleske Stadium. And Walla Walla trying to lock down the sweep versus the Raptors, and what a way to do it to get momentum back in the second half. Hoffarth kicks and deals a good take from Pets, lets it skip down low into the dirt. Again, just that slow breaking ball from Harrison Hoffarth sits mid to high 60s. As I believe the fastest we've seen it has been that pitch right there at 68. Slowest we've seen it has gone down to 65 miles an hour. And gets the fastball up into the mid-80s. 86, 87 is where we've seen it kind of simmer. But a huge difference between those 2 pitches, and 2-2 on its way is that breaking ball again, and Pets still staying on it. Is not going to make it easy one bit. Again, Pets finishing up year at Whitman College right here in Walla Walla. Graduated out of River City High School and originally from Sacramento, California. The 85-mile-an-hour fastball misses up high from Hoffarth. And really the definition of a utility guy is seen Pets play in the outfield and the infield, but has also spent a lot of time and helped out as a bullpen catcher for the Sweets. As when the season started, he was out in the outfield, but also helping out with the pitchers, as now goes to toss the bat. Instead, it will be a cold strike, as it was 85 miles an hour fastball just at the knees. A borderline call, and Pets is going to get set down looking. So after back-to-back singles, it's a pop-out and a strikeout provided by Hoffarth to help stabilize the bottom of the 7th, and it brings up Buckley. Again, the wind still kicking in from the north. Here at Borleske Stadium as ball one is missed towards Buck. And Ethan currently 0 for 4 on the evening. Does have an RBI in there. Strikeout, 2 groundouts, and a flyout. And has seemed to find a good bit of power and now sends it out towards center field. Does it drop in front of Strutt? It will. Gets down in front of the center fielder. Wrapping around third is Kane. The throw over towards third. Not going to be time. Buckley over to second. The tag is applied on a dime. And the Raptors will be able to make the play happen, but do see the RBI count, as it's going to be an RBI single from Buckley, and the inning ends as he tries to stretch it to 2. But it's a now 13-9 game here in Borleske Stadium heading into the 8th inning.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
So we'll see the relief appearance for Alex Cohen end, and what a relief appearance it was. 4 1/3 innings, allowing just 2 runs, no walks, and 3 strikeouts across 59 pitches, and being a great bit of reliability in what has been a very high-scoring affair between the Sweets and the Raptors. And now it turns to the William and Mary right-hander in Charlie Seneker. And Seneker making his 7th appearance of the season, and Charlie has been used as a starter a couple times, 6 total appearances, 2 of which have been starts. That has looked much more comfortable in a relieving role. Fly ball out to left field. It's going to be Schofield tracking in and will make the catch. And just beautiful skies over top Borleske Stadium as clouds, a nice shade of pink behind the blue backdrop. And 1 up, 1 down versus the leadoff man in Carson Luna to bring in Perazo. Perazo will take ball 1 as he's 1 for 3, a single and a walk, scoring once through that walk earlier on in the 3rd inning. The count goes 2-0 versus Seneker. Again, Charlie, 6'1", 200 pounds, out of College of William and Mary out in Virginia. Native of Mercer Island, Washington. Now spots the outside corner. No, just misses outside, and looks like about half an inch off the plate. Good miss there. And has thrown just about 12 innings, 13 strikeouts, 8.49 ERA, and has struggled kind of in the early innings of his starts limiting contact, and did see him make a relief appearance versus Ben. Now a slow ground ball over towards Petz. He will handle it over to first. And saw 1 inning relief appearance versus Ben back on July 1st. Coming all the way on Wednesday night, allowed just 1 run in his inning, struck out 2. But picks up 2 quick outs on the fly out and ground out to bring up Summers. 2 for 4 with a pair of singles. Seneca fires to him and does spot the outside corner. And Charlie, sporting a sinker that sits in the high 80s, can touch 90 if he gets enough behind it, and a slider and a changeup along with it. Now goes in with that sinker, and you could just see the tail. There's a good bit of horizontal break. Two balls, 1 strike. Pitch on the way, just misses under the knees. A good frame attempt out of Buck behind the plate. And Seneca, William and Mary Provost Award winner this past academic year, and made 15 appearances out of the pen. 1-2 record, 21 strikeouts in 33 innings, and now will just be a 5-pitch walk to Summers. So the first baseman gets aboard to bring up Wattis. And Wattis just 1 for 3, and now will get a strike called. A little bit closer to the knees there. Again, Wattis had a leadoff triple his first time up in the second. Now rips the ball back out and past the Ridgefield bullpen. Again, had the leadoff triple all the way back in the second inning, then walked in the third inning, scored both those times in the second and third. Hasn't gotten on since then. A line out and a ground out, as again Alex Cohen really slowed down the game in the top halves of these innings. Now Seneca looking to put away the top of the 8th. 0-2 delivery. He gets a big swing and a miss. A beautiful change up there, pulling the string. And Wattis is set down swinging. And that sends us on into the bottom half of the 8th. Walla Walla looking to add on some insurance. 3 outs away from sweeping the Raptors here at home.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Washington's lottery gives out a lot of green to winners in schools and retailers awesomely. Nearly 600 mil to people that play. Another 180 mil to vocational training and education from preschool to college. Now you got the knowledge, a win-win for all of us. Play Washington's lottery, lottery, lottery. Play Washington's lottery, lottery, yeah.
Visit walllottery.com. Who benefits to learn more.
It'll be 7, 8, 9 in the lineup for Walla Walla, as trying to add on more to the tally. Ronan Schofield will lead things off versus Hoffarth, who's been able to stay very much in control through his time. Again, Hoffarth through 2 1/3 at this point. Has been able to slow things down as well for the Raptors. Going to have Seen 2.5 scoreless innings, and again, Walla Walla would like to add on more here, up 13-9, but with the amount of runs we've seen in this game, of course, has slowed down. They haven't seen a run since the 5th, but do not want to count it out one bit, especially with a team like Ridgefield, who, of course, are the first half champs, and another 65-mile-an-hour bender drops in. Lives too far high. Again, won the WCL South in the first half and currently leading the league in homers. Fastball at 85. Just misses a borderline call there at the knees of Schofield. And Ronan 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Had a well-struck ball into left center field, opposite field off the bat, and now he's going to send this ball into foul territory, and it's going to land out near the bullpen as drops out of the way. Count will go full. And it does look like there's already another Walla Walla arm getting ready, and it looks like that's Rudy Larson who is getting warm in the bullpen. Likely going to come in as a firefighter and things in case things get away from Charlie Seneca. Schofield rolls over to Marion at second, makes the throw over to first. That'll be out number 1. We'll bring up Trevor T, getting his 5th plate appearance of the evening. First pitch swinging is going to be sent out towards left field. High flying Wattis will take a couple steps in, make the catch, and one pitch went out for Trevor T, and that's 2 up, 2 down from Hoffarth to bring up Cole Rogers. Again, Hoffarth has allowed 1 run, but other than that has stayed really sharp. Again, 3 innings pitched now, allowing just 1 run. Very much settling things down as ramps up the fastball to 86, missing up and away to Rogers. Again, the Sweets right fielder singled his last time up for his first hit of the day and just dropped it into left field. Excuse me, believe it was a double. And it looked like it was just a single as just fell into the left center gap, but Rogers legged it out for a double. Fastball missing outside, 2-1. And Zing Hoffarth really focusing on velocity when it comes to going head-to-head with Rogers. And Cole just going to be looking to put something down in play. Now takes it on towards the back knee. Will be strike on the inside half of the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, Rogers just finished up his sophomore year at New Mexico State University with the Aggies and will join Sweets closer Isaac Hallam to play with the University of San Francisco Dons in the upcoming spring. 2-2 pitch, gets a swing and a miss, and 3 up, 3 down in the bottom of the 8th from Harrison Hoffarth. Sends us on into the 9th inning. Sweets looking for 3 more outs to pull out the brooms here in Borleske Stadium.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest, you are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, Same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Suites. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Washington's lottery gives out a lot of green to winners in schools and retailers awesomely. Nearly 600 mil to people that play. Another 180 mil to vocational training and education from preschool to college. Now you got the knowledge, a win-win for all of us. Play Washington lottery, lottery, lottery. Play Washington lottery, lottery, yeah.
Visit walllottery.com. Who benefits to learn more.
Top of the 9th inning here in Borleske Stadium. Walla Walla lead Ridgefield 13-9, and manager Leo Rivera turns to Rudy Larson for the second time in this series to try and close it out. Again, Larson was added to the roster for Walla Walla on Friday afternoon, played in the game very later that evening, through an inning and 2/3, allowed just one hit, no runs, striking out one batter in 16 pitches, and now comes in for his second appearance of the summer already, looking to shut down the Raptors. Again, first pitch is going to be flown out in towards center field. Sam Kane just taking a nice easy jog in, will make the catch. So one pitch, one out, and Larson keeping up that efficiency. Again, if you missed us talking about Rudy back on Friday night, finished up his freshman season at Lower Columbia College out in Longview, Washington, and had a star-studded freshman season through 32 innings, had 2 saves and a 0 ERA across 32 innings, ramping up 29 strikeouts in that time. Batters only hit 151 against him. And now a recent addition for the Walla Walla Suites, and fires in, gets a swing and a miss on the heater at 88. Count evens up 1-1 versus the DH in Light Geb. Again, mentioned back on Friday night, got through almost 2 innings on just 16 pitches. Now ball going to be chopped down the third baseline. T is charging it off the right foot. A great toss across from Trevor T, and that's 2 down. So the Raptors down to their final life. Here in the top of the 9th, it's Jordan Marion, the lefty second baseman. Steps in well. Swinging lefty, as Marion is a switch hitter out of UC Santa Barbara. Throws right, able to bat both left and right. Looking for his first hit on the evening as Larson starts him up high in the zone. Just misses at 88. Four-run lead for Walla Walla, and Larson seeming to have a ton of ammunition at his hand. Again, 15 appearances, 4-1 record, allowing no earned runs now. Fires in a changeup that drifts in. So 2-1 count, 2 outs, no one aboard for the Raptors. Need to find a very strong catalyst to get back into this 9th inning. Rudy slows it down to 78 on the far corner. Infield playing deep. Not trying to let anything in the outfield and trying to leave any chance at a play, as pitch will just miss from Larson and administers his first walk of the summer. The game staying alive here in the top of the 9th. As Marion, that being the first time he works himself onto first, brings up the right fielder for the Raptors in Reed Farrell. Again, 3 for 4 on the evening, 2 doubles and an RBI. And first pitch breaking ball just lives up high. Again, 80 miles an hour. The fastball for Rudy sits up into the high 8s. And does get a good bit of velocity behind the off-speed pitches, too. Now goes fastball up and in towards the hands, gets a swing, and fouled off down the third base side. So 1 ball, 1 strike. This game here in Walla Walla being the only game across the West Coast League that has yet to conclude, as Edmonton took down Wenatchee 12-2. Marion took down Portland 8-6 at home, and Corvallis completed the sweep versus Springfield. And now Walla Walla trying to complete the sweep as well. The appeal down the field, umpire in Shane Kelly will say that he held back. And a check swing out of Farrell. As the count goes 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Larson just looking to attack the zone. T playing right down the third baseline. Knowles holding Marion on to first. Pitch on its way at the knees. 87 just missing. And Larson trying to paint the corners here and is missing by just about an inch. Three balls, 1 strike. Larson fires, misses outside again. It's back-to-back walks. And it brings up the center fielder and Strutt. And again, Larson just looking to throw strikes here, force the ball to be put in play. And Walla Walla's defense has really shaped up after struggling last night. Have stayed very clean so far this evening. And it looks like we'll see just a meeting on the mound as all the field comes together to talk to Rudy. And Larson joining the suites as a late addition from Lower Columbia College alongside a couple other Lower Columbia guys. Jackson Went, Hayden Lyon, 2 other right-handed pitchers joining recently. Jalen Kennedy was, of course, here before these guys, but another later addition out of Lower Columbia. And the Red Devils out of Longview have been great supporters, jumping in and adding a good bit of depth to this suites roster. As Larson trying to close out this game for Walla Walla. Kicks and fires, ground ball going to be torn down the third baseline and foul. Again, no one warm in the bullpen for the Sweets. This game is up to Larson and Larson alone to finish out. And the Sweets looking for their first sweep since June 7th. Been about a month since they've gotten a sweep. Can do it against the #1 team in the West Coast League South as swing and a miss. Makes the count 1-2. Strutt is 3 for 4 on the evening, has 3 singles and an RBI. Did ground out his last time up. Looking to keep the game alive for the Raptors. Kick and deal from Larson is going to be flown foul and out of play. On the first base side, it was just a sheer protect swing out of Strutt. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. 4-run lead for Walla Walla here in the top of the 9th. Light shining down at Borleske. Larson looking to finish it here. Looks back towards second, kicks, fires, gets the swing and a miss. Larson sets down Strutt And that is it. Walla Walla sweep the Ridgefield Raptors here in Borleske Stadium. And what a 4th of July weekend it is. As the score lines just kept ramping up, but one thing remained the same. Walla Walla out in front. Sweets pick up their first sweep in the 2026 season since June 7th versus Bend, as they provide the home crowd another sweep here in Borleske and an incredible Independence Day weekend. And what a team effort it was. Out of the bullpen, saw Alex Cohen do a great job through 4 1/3 innings, limiting the Raptors to only 2 runs in that time, setting down 4 through strikeout. Rudy Larson making his second appearance of the summer and second appearance of this series, closing it down strong, and did administer the 2 walks, but still picked up that final K to help Walla Walla secure the victory. And of course, on the offensive side, Gage Reeser, the guy to talk about, went 5 for 5 with 2 doubles and 2 ribbies. What a day for the Wazoo commit. Saw Sam Kane get on base 4 times, score 4 times. Nate Petz had himself another big day as came in again late into the lineup, picked up a couple knocks and 3 ribbies. Noel Schofield had some hits. Ethan Buckley had a hit, a couple RBIs. Trevor T with an RBI single himself. Royce Hale knocked in a few. A well-rounded effort from the Sweets to pick up 13 runs versus the South first half champs in the Raptors. And we'll see Ridgefield head back on the road as they take the day off tomorrow. Then we'll come back east over towards the Orchard in Yakima Valley to take on the Pippins, and Walla Walla will take the day off tomorrow. Then we'll head down to Springfield, Oregon to take on the Drifters in a 3-game set before returning here to Borleske Stadium on July 10th. It will be the next home game, and you won't want to miss it. It'll be Christmas in July here in Borleske Stadium. Friday, July 10th, we'll be back at the ballpark. Won't want to miss that series, as it'll be a good one versus the Yakima Valley Pippins. But thank you for joining us all around here in Walla Walla. Sweets sweep Ridgefield here in Borleske Stadium. Thank you for joining us on the Walla Walla Sweets YouTube channel. I've been Brad Whitman saying so long. One more time, your final score: Sweets 13, Ridgefield 9.